Staring at a blank page, you feel the distinct, agonizing pressure of reaching for a thought that simply refuses to form. Then you type a prompt, and the tension vanishes. And artificial intelligence instantly resolves the ambiguity, mapping out a perfectly structured framework before you even finish blinking. We treat the elimination of that struggle as an absolute good, but we have to ask what exactly we lose when we bypass the reaching, the failing, and the slow restructuring of ideas. What if that painful friction is the exact biological event where learning actually happens? To see the difference, look at this math of cognitive offloading. When you use a calculator, you offload a narrow mathematical operation. An AI system targets something different. It attempts to offload cognition itself. Writing extended our memory, and search engines offloaded retrieval. Yet in both cases, you still had to evaluate and combine the information. AI crosses a distinct historical line. It offloads synthesis. It offloads judgment. It assumes the construction of meaning on your behalf. When you accept that perfectly formatted output, it comes with a hidden structural trade-off. Every frictionless answer is a direct withdrawal from a cognitive reserve that dictates your long-term mental resilience. Because answers are always immediately available, we experience an illusion of capability. We feel smart while interacting with the machine, unaware that our internal capacity is quietly eroding. This erosion happens fast, particularly in our own analytical reasoning. The system trains us to recognize good logic without requiring us to actually generate it. Evaluating someone else's reasoning is not the same as constructing your own. You stop being a thinker and become merely an editor of other minds. At the same time, we stop practicing effortful retrieval. Without the struggle to remember, our brains fail to encode memories with the emotional weight required to make them stick. To understand the damage, look at this map of an internal knowledge graph. Memory forms the network where facts combine to create novel ideas. If your internal graph is sparse, original synthesis becomes impossible. You cannot creatively combine concepts you haven't retained. When immediate resolution is always a prompt away, your physical capacity to sit with productive ambiguity slowly and quietly vanishes. Eventually, the blank page becomes neurologically unbearable. Without an artificial scaffold, your ideation narrows strictly to the variation space of existing AI remixes. You lose access to genuinely novel territory. So, if removing friction degrades our cognitive abilities, why don't developers design AI to push back and force us to think? The answer is an inescapable market loop. Users demand ease. AI provides it, decreasing tolerance for difficulty, increasing reliance. The system gets massive reward signals for satisfying responses. This creates a blind spot, optimizing for 5-minute conversations, ignoring cognitive decay compounding over a decade. Even if a company wanted to step outside this flywheel and introduce protective friction, they can't. In a highly competitive market, the first mover to require actual effort from their users will simply lose those users to a frictionless competitor. Cognitive harm exists as a structural feature of the product, coded directly into the financial incentives of its existence. A divergence in how people use these tools is creating a visible gap in outcomes. Those who rely on the system for judgment lose the ability to navigate complex dilemmas, while those who maintain their own internal knowledge graph retain the power of original synthesis. This gap creates a new axis of stratification, cognitive hygiene. Power and genuine understanding concentrate among the minority who refuse to outsource their construction of meaning. A deliberate minority will maintain their intellectual endurance by treating AI strictly as a tool. The vast majority will treat it as a collaborative mind, surrendering their internal capability to a machine. Which brings us to the ultimate unresolved paradox at the core of artificial intelligence. The better the system gets at helping you think, the less thinking you actually have to do. By making your thinking unnecessary, the system succeeds in replacing you, fulfilling a goal that renders your own mind obsolete. Consider the final metric for success. If these systems are truly good for human intelligence, then the people who use them the most should become our most capable, profound thinkers. Look around. Are they?